Welcome to EDC Journeys. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. Special thanks to Neves Knives for loaning me these knives to review. What's going on, EDC people, and what's our journey today? Well, it's Warncliffe Wednesday, and we're talking about the TS195, the TwoSun Silverback, the integral design by Mazwan Mokhtar, So as always, we'll start with some stats. The overall length is listed as 203 millimeters. My caliper doesn't go that long, and I actually don't think I even own a ruler anymore these days, so I'm going to go ahead and trust that, because the closed measurement is 112 millimeters, and I did get that exactly. Okay, the blade thickness at the stock is 3.5 millimeters, which seems to be about average for a lot of blades these days. The blade length itself is 76 millimeters, and I did also check that, and it was true. It came in right at 130 grams. I just weighed it. I'll weigh it again just to show you. So it says, I don't know if you can see it, but 130.44. Okay. The blade is M390. Where's the camera? Let me show it. Yeah, see, there you go. M390. Mazwan Mokhtar's designer mark. TwoSun. Other than that, the billboarding on the blade is empty. It's awesome like that. And the fact that TwoSun put theirs inside the fuller is nice, because it's kind of subdued. And Mazwan's is back here, so it's barely seen. It has this awesome oversized looking pivot and pivot surround. I think it's really cool. It's still just a, let me see if I can get that to focus. It's still just a Torx bit, but it just looks really cool. I measured from the flat right here to the apex at about, oops, there goes my umbrella, at about 16 millimeters. And let me fix my umbrella. That's a little better. Now, the plunge. Let me see if I can zoom in to show you. Always got to remember which side the camera's on. The plunge, I got at about 3.5, to find my note on it, 3.4 millimeters at the thickest part, okay? But it comes right down to a thin point. And you see that little shiny spot? Well, we're going to talk about that towards the end, but it comes right down to this very thin apex. It's really a beautiful Warncliffe. Let's talk about the ergos. Let me zoom out. There we go. First off, it's clearly got like the grenade pattern titanium. It is integral. Let's talk, well, okay, let me back up a little bit here. It's fully titanium integral design, which means that this whole thing had to be milled out of a chunk of titanium, which is just awesome. The only thing that really holds the blade in is the pivot screw, technically. As far as the ergos go, the grenade pattern is awesome. It's grippy, and it looks just badass. There is, on the top flipper, there is some jimping, as well as on the front flipper, and we'll get back to that as well. The flipper, the top flipper, seems to be the one that actually I get to fail the most, and I think it has to do with the M390 huge Warncliffe blade. Is just, oh, my umbrella's moving again. Is just so heavy that if you don't, you know, like intentionally do it with some strength, you're gonna probably fail it, like that. Okay. Now the front flipper though, and this is the first front flipper I have ever dealt with, is just really cool. If you can remember to keep your finger out of the way of the top flipper, well, yeah, I failed my first try. It makes this most satisfying sound. It's fun to do, and I don't know what else to say about that. It's just very cool. So you have the top flip, you have the front flip, and because of the full-size fuller, you have, and it's kind of sharp. I will say it is actually a little sharp there, but I think, let me see if I can show you. Like right here, it is a sharp fuller. I can like lose nail on it if I wanted to. See, but it's, I believe, that sharp so that your finger can get there to do the Spidey flick. So you've got the Spidey flick, you've got the top flipper, you've got the front flipper. 3 methods of deployment on a fully high-grade titanium integral design, a milled titanium pocket clip. Let me close the blade before I... it's fairly, you know, it's actually kind of tight, but I think it will kind of grow in as you use it. Obviously frame lock design. Man, every time I try to show somebody I can fail, but there we go. Okay, and so the last few things, that mark right there that I was telling you about, that actually Jared at Neve's Knives is the one who brought it up, that is where the blade is actually hitting when it closes. I believe that's what it was. Without taking it apart, it's not mine, so I'm definitely not taking it apart, but I believe that that's what is happening. So his concern was, well, what happens, you know, as you sharpen and you get down to that, let me zoom back in again, and you get down to that point, you know, it's not that far down. Well, I guess it kind of is, but you see the problem. The problem is that if you use this a lot and you continue to sharpen it, eventually you're going to get to that point, and then what? Look at that edge. I love this like little drop point to the Wharncliffe as well. You know, when I first started, you know, before I was a knife guy, and even when I first started, I was not a Wharncliffe guy at all. I thought they looked ugly, to be honest with you. Then my opinion kind of changed. I saw some traditional knives on Patty's potato peelers, and, you know, that looked really cool. And then, you know, obviously I saw many others that I liked, but then this thing came along. And, I mean, just, if you don't like this, I don't know about you. I'm just kidding. But when does help? See, every time I try, on the top flipper, there's jimping. Okay, so when you have it closed, there's jimping there, which is obvious why there is. See, and it just failed there too. It's just a hefty blade. It does have like a slight landing zone, but I think they could have done some. What I like is that the flipper is small. It's not, doesn't stand proud. It kind of stays out of the way. It's almost the same, you know, because the back of this is like sways, which is also something we're going to talk about. It doesn't stand too far, too high, but as a result of that, you don't get a whole lot of power to flip. But because they designed it with the flipper at or even just above the midpoint of the pivot, it does give you some benefit there. Okay, so if you know, you can get used to it. I've only had the knife for a week or so, so it's, you know, I'm doing what I can here with it. And this is definitely the first front flipper, and I am very excited to keep trying more of those. Okay. The sway back, you know, when you hold it, first of all, the whole sway back design thing, I think, is coming back a little bit. And I said that the other day, and I said it's probably because of Spyderco, and I think maybe it is because of the Spyderco sway back. But it's not only because Spyderco is doing it. You know, Spyderco is doing it for a reason. The ergos on this are beyond awesome. This choil is absolutely a finger choil. You can go ahead and get a huge, you know, and it also, if you look at the top of the blade, it has this like plunge, I guess, where your thumb can go if you really want to dig right in and work. It's a Wharncliffe, so you can do, you know, like real exacto kind of cutting, or flat cutting if you need to. It's a great knife for a lot of those reasons. And it's just badass. You know, overall the the design is very comfortable. I love it. It's, as I think everyone who watches my channel knows at this point, this is really my grail knife. You have no idea how hard I tried to buy this off of Jared. I tried and tried to the point where I probably pissed him off, but it was hard to have your grail knife in hand and then have to let it go again. But hey, it wouldn't be a journey if I got the knife that I want the most already, I guess, huh? Although I could still have a journey after that, but I'm just saying. Yeah, so overall, it's the ergos are just awesome. The blade steel is awesome. It's definitely legitimate materials. It's been tested many times. The blade is dead center. If I could put it in front of the camera the right way, you would see that. The clip, you know, going into pocket, that's probably the only complaint really, is going in pocket. The clip is just a little tight right now, but I believe that it will kind of spring out a little bit as time goes on. Other than that, you know, you have a very low profile top flipper, so when it's in your pocket, you know, if it's in your pocket, it's not gonna be pecking at too much. You know, it is there, so be aware of it, but it's not. And the sway design actually kind of pushes it even more out of the way. I really like that. It is right hand, tip up only. Sorry, lefties, but it's awesome. I mean, you can't deny that at all. So basically, you know, overall, what am I supposed to say? I have nothing bad to say about it except for the clip. It's an awesome knife. It's a great design. It's using the most premium parts that are really available for the most part. It's easily deployable in many ways. It's incorporating, I don't want to say new age, but modern, what's the word I'm thinking of? Ways of doing things again. In other words, the sway back is here, which is something that's coming back. This Wharncliffe swedge is I'm telling you that there's going to be more knives, I think, that look like this coming. I really do, because it is that good. Now, as far as I'm concerned, once again, just like the that was almost bad. Just like the not the Bestech, the Kaiser T1, I wouldn't do a thing to this as far as anodization or anything. I mean, I know that you could do some kind of like battle war wearing or whatever on this, so that it looks like it's a grenade, you know, like an old-fashioned Vietnam grenade or something. But honestly, I think the art is right here. This is how it should look, and I love everything about it. I have a piece of cardboard here to slice. It's a joke. I'm gonna cut my finger because I'm looking through the camera. It slices like nothing. Okay, like a hot knife through butter, I guess, as you say. Let me see if I can show you off the knife a little bit more. Yeah, so I'll do some close-ups here, and then I'm gonna have, as usual, I'll have you know, 4 or 5 photos after the video, just to show you what I did for some photography. And from there, if you have any questions, comment down below. If you like what you see, please subscribe. At some point, a little circle thing will show up here with my logo. You could click that to subscribe, or do it the old-fashioned way. If you like the review, give me a thumbs up. I'm asking because I'm really trying as hard to get to 100 subscribers. I have knives coming in Saturday from another YouTuber, plus a purchase, plus, what was the other thing? Oh, I had a company contact me today, willing to send me a knife to do a review on as well. So my point is that there is more content to come. If you like the channel, if you get anything out of it, like and subscribe, and stay, you know, keep looking, because we're gonna have a lot more to go. I hope everyone has a great day, and go buy this. Look on eBay. Don't buy the one on Amazon. That's $300. If I could bid on eBay, it's a long story, I can't, but if I could bid on eBay, I would have bid on this already. Yeah. So enjoy the 4, 5, 6 photos that are to come. And thanks for watching my review. I hope you enjoyed it. We all know I forget to mention a couple things, so I did want to say one more thing. I told you earlier that I got about, well, let me just double check at this point. From the fuller to the apex, about 16 millimeters. So it's not that far from a 3.5 millimeter top. I'm going off camera. 3.5 millimeter top to have a 16 millimeter drop to it. So it does have, you know, a fair, well, what I feel like is a fairly thick behind the edge thickness. If I knew really well how to measure that, I would. But as you could see when I sliced that cardboard, it definitely is not a problem. I saw some people online discussing how the fuller could get in the way. I haven't had that problem. So there you go. Okay, like, subscribe, have a great day. Okay, so I'm realizing it might be more like 8 or 9 pictures, but please enjoy and hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe. And once again, special thanks to Neves Knives for sending me the knives for review. And especially thanks to all the people you see on the stickers below for their inspiration in making my channel and helping me along the way.